Welcome back, trainers, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at shiny Galarian Slowbro. This was going to be quite expensive to power up. That's okay. As far as using the other ones, I don't know about the Ultra League right now because they are looking to be about 500,000 Stardust around there, at least for the IVs that I do have. So let's go ahead and take a look at what it can do here. We're going to be going with, of course, Poison Jab, the new Community Day move Surf, and now we do have Psychic in preparation for Giratinas. But the team that I finally put together was good to go up against Giratina, Articuno, as well as Scrafty. We're going to be testing out other Pokemon along the way before we do get to our official team here. So you could go with Sludge Bomb if you're going to be using this team, that is. We're going to be kind of vulnerable to Steel types. If the Scrafty does go down, yeah, it's going to be a little bit of an issue there. But otherwise, it did fairly well. I did have to get used to it. It was kind of hard to get the alignment, I should say, correctly here, but for the most part it did great. Now this is going to be a great matchup here, specifically up against the Cresselia, but they're going to be swapping into their Gliscor here and super effective Night Slashes because we are going to be part Psychic as well as Poison. Now as far as going with the best one, a lot of people keep asking me which one should I evolve. Well, it's going to be technically at the end of the day for either Great League or Ultra League. If you're going to be going with Ultra League, the best rank 1 on PV Poke is going to be Slowking at around 167 or 66. I forgot which one it was, but around there. And then the Galarian Slowbro, the one I'm using, is going to be in the 200s. As far as why I went with this one is because, one, the shiny and design are personally better for me. And not only that, but the losses for the Slowbro were going to be a lot less harsh than the Slowking. The Slowking would be getting walled hard by its counters, as opposed to this where we have some sort of a fighting chance in some situations here. So that's the explanation for that. Again, it's really up to personal preference, and it's always going to be nice to have one for each league. When we do get a specific cup, I'm sure they're going to be coming in handy. As of now, are they good? They're decent. You can find some good play. Again, personally, with the Galarian Slowbro, Poison Jab is great. To have Psychic and Poison type is a good typing here. So yeah, we're going to be taking a loss there. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and get into the commentary. If you do enjoy my videos, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you need, turn notifications on. Let's get into it here. Let's see what we got. Oh, and a big shout out to everybody who did donate on the stream if I missed a donation. Sorry about that, and I appreciate everybody who came and showed me support there. Okay, so we're up against Regirock. You would think this is a decent matchup here, but since they're going to be able to spam Stone Edge, that just hits so hard. And yes, we're super effective, plus stab with our Tapu Finn over here, but they are going to be double shielding, and that is going to be a bit of an issue here. If I do double shield as well, I think they're just going to be able to outpace me, so we're just going to go ahead and let it go, bring in the Slowbro here. And we're just going to have to take a Stone Edge, unfortunately. Let's see if we can pull this around here. The Slowbro can take a hit. I better. Okay, I don't have the most ideal IVs. And I do have a better one that I could power up, but I just wanted to go with the shiny here because it looks so good to me. So they're going to be swapping into that Treven, and I bring in the Articuno immediately here. And I'm going to tell you what, I could make this an Articuno video. I could even make it a Scrafty video. They all did well. The Galarian Slowbro was fun to use. I'm not going to say it was horrible. No, it wasn't, but you got to find certain situations and where you can use it correctly here. All right, so we're taking the win, and again, I do recommend you go with, Psychic works. Go maybe with Sludge Bomb, though. See what you can do with that. So next battle, we're met with a Roserade. So this is going to have Weather Ball, I would assume, for the Community Day move. Yep, there it is. Super effective to us, and we're going to let that go. We're going to let all of it go because I think we may shield up once. But that would defeat the whole thing. I should have shielded up the first one, right? Yeah, don't do that, okay? Now we can let this go. We'll farm them down to make up for this situation here of, unfortunately, not playing that correctly. They're bringing in an Excadrill, so that's going to be good for us. They're not going to be able to farm us down. They can farm up quite a bit of energy, but we're doing a lot of damage before we do take them out here. They can survive another Icy Wind. Their attack has been debuffed by 2 stages here, and this is perfect. Let's just hope there's something in the back that we can handle. What do we have? Oh, we got the official team here, bringing in the Scrafty to counter them down quickly. They've got a Dragonite. This is looking pretty good. We're just going to go for the Foul Play. Let this go. Easy money. I don't think they're going to go for a Superpower to lower their stats right away. So they're going to go for the Dragon Claw, going for this here just to do some damage or get that shield. Bringing in the Slowbro, and all we have to do is build up to the Psychic here, and we're going to be able to take the win. This is going to be getting stabbed. and we're looking good. Sludge Bomb would have done the same in that situation. You're not going to see a time really where it's like, oh man, good thing you had Psychic. Again, I should have swapped it to Sludge Bomb. Next battle, Excadrill came back for a little bit of revenge here. Now this first Rock Slide is going to be devastating, so we're going to go ahead and shield it up, and now we can start to take them without getting KO'd at this point. I think we could have survived that first one, but we're just going to go ahead and shield up that and let the rest of them go ahead and go here, hitting me with that Rock Slide. Do we get to another one? We do. Now, I wasn't going to be able to farm them down because they were about to get to another one, so we're going to go ahead and just win swap. They do have an extra shield, so let's see what we can do. Bringing in an Empoleon. Now, as much as I wanted to swap there, yes, they're going to be getting quite a bit of farm. I had to stay where I was because Galarian Slowbro is not going to be able to want to go up against that because, I mean, even if we had Sludge Bomb, no good. All right, so they're going to be swapping into their Florges, so here we go. Hopefully they do not have Psychic, and it is Disarming Voice. Okay, well, they still could have Psychic, so let's see what happens here. Super effective, plus stab with that Poison Jab. And, well, we're looking good here, folks. It wasn't seeming like it was going to turn out to be a great battle here, but it looks like we're going to be able to pull this one around. And I don't want to take another charge move here, so we're just going to go ahead and take them out. We do have quite a bit of energy. Bringing in that Empoleon, this is going to be very close. We know that Empoleon already had energy built up as it is, so they might just get to 2 charge moves. I bring in the Scrafty immediately here, and all we need to do is get to that Foul Play, which we're already at, and we're tapping on it, and this is going to be enough. I think maybe one more counter, and we take that win with the Scrafty. Let's get it. What are we going to see for the next battle here? Machamp. Okay, this is not typically great. It could be worse. It could be a straight up Steel type. So we'll take it. We do need to look out for Rock Slide. That is going to KO coming from that Machamp for sure. And Icy Wind is obviously what we're going to go for. They do go for a Cross Chop Bait, which will still do a decent amount of damage as it is a Shadow. We did not lower their attack quite yet. So we'll shield up that first one. Hitting me with another Cross Chop, which was great. We're going to be able to get to this, but I figured now they're going to probably farm me down, and is actually kind of a threat seeing that we do have Scrafty. Maybe they also have Payback, so I'm just going to go ahead and call it and let it go. They hit me with a Cross Chop, which is great. They're going to be retreating into the Giratina. I should have swapped sooner, but I was thinking, you know what, let's go ahead and get off a Psychic. Maybe we can get the defense drop too, do a ton of damage, because we're going to have to get off a couple of Foul Plays to take them out anyways. This way we're going to be able to get off a Foul Play, and then we should be able to just about farm them down. Maybe, let's see how much we're going to do here. We're going to build up extra. And since they do have Shadow Claw, we don't really need to worry about them farming us down here, but we're getting a little low, so we're going to go ahead. This is going to be just about enough. Just one more counter. They're retreating with energy. Bringing in Machamp, I'm just going to go ahead and counter them down, and we're going to see what their last Pokemon is. I don't think they're going to be bringing in Giratina. It's a Venusaur. Great. We're going to go ahead and throw a Foul Play, do some nice damage like we did before for the last battle, swap into our Galarian Slowbro, in which we're going to be resisting everything because of the Poison type. Psychic's not really doing anything for us here, except for at least getting stabbed, but we don't really need to do that much damage, but we're still going to go for it anyways, as the water is not very effective. And Galarian Slowbro taking the win. Now, is Surf a great move? Well, of course it is. We're not getting stabbed because we're not water type, but it's still going to be a good move for all of its evolutions. It's a direct upgrade. There's really nothing bad to say about it. Simple as that. It's just a better move all in all for it, and it's literally a move that you want on it every single time. Alright, up against, what is this, Buzzwole here? Let's go. Alright, so they hit us with a lunge, lowering our attack, not very effective. Hitting me with a power up punch. Okay, sounds good. We're going to go ahead and go for another Icy Wind. I was really hoping that was not going to be a superpower. I think that would have almost been enough to take us out. And they're bringing in a Sandslash. Alright, so what we're going to do is stay here, let them farm us down. That's okay. We're going to go for Icy Wind because we have the Galarian Slowbro with Poison Jab. We don't want to get locked in there. Alright, so they're going to be bringing in their Giratina after they see my Scrafty, and they do have a bunch of energy on that Sandslash that we do need to remember about. Now, this is not great because they do have Shadow Sneak, and that is going to be super effective. I do believe they also have Shadow Claw, going for a Psychic, and they're shielding it up, thinking, okay, this is not looking too good since the Giratina has a ton of health, but they do have Shadow Claw, so we might be able to do a little something here. I'm just going to throw Surf because we lowered their defense, and we were not going to get to a Psychic. Better to do some damage than none. Bringing in the Scrafty, and we have to, again, remember that that Sandslash has got, I don't know, maybe like 75 energy or something like that. Should be, right? So we got to keep that in mind. Now we will start shielding this up right here. Now they're going to be taking 4 times effective damage from fighting, so we're just going to simply go for the Power Up Punch, vamp up our counter, farm them down, and then we'll be able to come out of this with energy to take out the Giratina. They still got a shield left, but they're not going to be able to get to 2 charge moves and take me out on time, and their quick move sure is not going to be able to. So they do, I don't know if they're trying to call it, maybe they just knew it was over, but they let it go. We take that win, and we're looking good. Next battle, what are we going to see with our Articuno? Zarude. Oh, okay, sounds good to me. They're going to be swapping into Gyarados. Now, since we do have 2 Pokemon that could actually go up against Zarude, the Galarian Slowbro, because of the Poison Jab Stab up against that grass, but it's going to be taking super effective from the dark, and then the Scrafty, of course, which is going to be much better with the counter and the Power Up Punch. So we're going to just stay here. We're shielding this up, going to come out here with energy, and it's okay if we give up a shield, because Icy Wind is so valuable, especially on Articuno, and we have almost got 2 ready to go. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and just do that. They're bringing in, what was that? Ground and Flying? A Gliscor. Oh boy, they're going to be taking massive damage. That's 4 times effective if they let it land here. So we're going to get both shields, and we drop their attack massively. So they've got Earthquake and Night Slash. So both of those are super effective. We got to look out. So we're going to go ahead and shield this up. Unfortunately, it is only going to be a Night Slash. They immediately swap into their Zarude here. Now, something's going to happen. Don't judge them. They do have Energy Ball. Power Whip's what you want. We all know. It's okay. All right, so very nice spicy pick, though. Nice to see a Zarude over here. Going to counter it down. Now we're looking pretty good. We got all this energy. They go for a charge move. We don't have any more shields. Night Slash is massively resisted. Very good. I think the Scrafty just might be able to pull this off here for us. Getting it to, oh no, it's not going to be able to. Slowbro, come on, we got to swap. Oh, they back out before we can counter them down, and we take the win. Again, let's get it. What are we going to see this time? Show me something bad. Okay, that's the best. Dragonite Shadow? Okay, yeah, that's the best. They swap into Cobalion. Now, this is not particularly too good for me here. Actually, Cobalion, it can put some work onto this team. So we're obviously going to be going for Power Punch, vamping up our attack here. We do need to win this matchup here. They, I don't know. Let's see what happens. Gonna let that go. We don't want to use our shield. I mean, we just can't be shieldless. Some situations will call for you to use both shields, but yeah, that's not going to be great. Bringing in a Charizard after winning that matchup, not going to be able to get to the foul play, so we're going to throw a Power Punch. No shield, they already knew what it was, unfortunately, but we still did a decent amount. Bringing in the Slowbro to just take the brute force here, because it's all going to be about the Articuno in a second. They go for Dragon Claw, retreating, still have energy on that Charizard. Bringing in that Dragonite, we're going to be able to get to the Icy Wind here, and this is looking pretty good for us. Charizard's going to be taking a lot of damage still, but it's not over yet because they've got 2 shields. But what we're gonna do, getting a little too fast for myself here. We're going to let that go. And we're just going to farm them down. That's the only way to pull this off here. We don't want to stop using our quick move. Shield this up, and we're good to go. Down they go, and we take the win. All right, moving it on. What are we going to see? Gramble? That's perfect. Scrafty's in the middle. We don't want to move anywhere. If we try to bring out our Galarian Slowbro, what's going to happen? They're going to swap into a counter. That's going to counter poison. And then you're going to come back around, and Scrafty's going to be vulnerable. So you just stay right where you're at, and then you bring in your Galarian Slowbro. I had a feeling they wanted to double shield this. Shadow Gramble, and they did, so perfect. Oh yeah. Oh, all right. Now the only thing we need to worry about is them getting to crunch. Slowbro, take them out, and they don't get to it, and we still get a hold on to our shield. Beautiful. Now, I was dumb to swap here, but it turns out it worked for the better, because, I mean, Galarian Slowbro going up against Cresselia, that's a great matchup. Only if they do not have Future Sight. If they have Future Sight, you're not going to be looking too good. They've got Grass Knot and Moonblast. Oh, you're perfect because you resist both of those with your poison. The poison type is really helping it out here with a lot of the moves that you have to look out for here. Okay, so up against this thing, I just made a split decision to shield that up. I was like, you know what, I've amped up my attack. Let's go ahead and just shield that up. Do a ton of damage, swap into our Slowbro, do a little mini combo breaker here, and have a little fun. Now, Sludge Bomb would be coming in much better here if we actually had it. Still have Psychic, and we don't really use it whatsoever up against that one Giratina, like I said, and that's it. So if you're going to use your Slowbro, power it up with XL Candy, you probably want to go with Sludge Bomb. Going to farm them down here. Could have threw a charge move, but we're just going to go ahead and do that, and we take the win with the Slowbro at the end here. Moving it on to the next one. Articuno up against the Shadow Charizard. Okay, well, we obviously got to look out for fire. Articuno is loving this new quick move that it does have, because it doesn't have to worry about Fire Spin anymore. Alright, so we're shielding up, unfortunately, a Dragon Claw. You already know they're going to be going for a Blast Burn right after this here. And what we're going to do with our Articuno is actually double shield. They've used a shield once, and that's okay. As long as they don't have 2, we're going to be looking okay. So we shield that up. They're going to be swapping into their Wall Rain. What we're going to do is go for an Icy Wind, lower their attack, And at this point, I mean, that's Shadow, so they're still going to be doing a lot of damage. And we're just going to farm them all the way down. I think we go for one power-up punch here. Let's see what happens. Earthquake. Okay, yeah, hitting a power-up punch. Because, yeah, we kind of need to take them out before they get to an Icicle Spear. That's going to almost, you know, bring me down too low for us to do anything with the Scrafty anymore. They're bringing in that Charizard. Going for a power-up punch. Let me see a shield. Let me see a shield. Oh, boy, getting a shield with the power-up punch. And we're shieldless, so all we can do is just let this thing go down, hitting me with a Dragon Claw. Okay. Now, oh, here we go. Bringing in Slowbro, and they've got a Feraligatr up against our Galarian Slowbro. I get to the Psychic as I get to their charge mode, and I'm thinking, crunch, I'm done. It's a Hydro Cannon. We survive. We get to the Psychic, and what we're going to have to do here is swap into our Articuno, farm down the remainder of that Feraligatr, so we can hit a charge move on the Charizard and take the win. I'm going to go straight for that Icy Wind. And let's get it. I'm telling you, Articuno is so good. I've been having a blast with it lately. Alright. Scrafty is always fun to use as well. Galarian Slowbro was pretty interesting. I just like Articuno for its tankiness and continuously lowering your opponent's stat. It's amazing. Alright, up against Cresselia here. No problem. We're going to let this Moonblast go. We're going to let all the Moonblast go. We're not going to shield any of them up, because if I'm going to shield anything up, it should have been the first one, right? But we don't want to give them their shield, because if we do, then sometimes they feel like, okay, I got a shield, I can swap now. So we're just going to keep on slowly bringing their stats down as well as their health, and that Moonblast is going to do less and less. And we're going to kind of outpace them as far as getting off our charge move here. So we need to get to one more. Oh, never mind, not for that one. Moonblast is still not enough to take us out here. No, still not enough. I don't think we're going to be able to KO. This is not going to be enough. If they shield, okay, they don't shield anyways. Yeah, still not enough. Alright, we're going to bring in Slowbro to farm them down. They're going to be getting to a charge move, but I'd rather bring in this as opposed to the Scrafty to take, I don't know, Moonblast. And they've got, oh boy, this is going to be a good one here, Drapion. So we're going to go for that Surf, swap to catch a Crunch. Hopefully it's a Crunch. I don't think they're going to go for Sludge Bomb. Yeah, massively resisted, and I think they actually dropped my stats as well. So perfect. All right, so Sludge Bomb, here we go. There it is, doing a decent amount of damage. I'm going for a power-up punch here. You don't want to go for any dark here. They're swapping what you got. A Walrein. Oh, wow, this is getting interesting. Oh boy. Well, we gotta still put our hope in Scrafty. So what we're gonna do is keep it alive, swap into the Slowbro, farm a little bit more, and swap. There we go. Get to the Surf, because we don't really need to go for Psychic. The Poison Jab's doing plenty. If they go for the Earthquake, it's obviously a wrap for me, because we're Poison type, and that's going to be doing quite a bit of damage. Down goes the Galarian Slowbro. We farmed them down. Now we just need to get to a power-up punch and then counter them down. I don't know, folks. This is one of the craziest battles I had today, if not the craziest one, and we're able to farm them all the way down to Funky Town. Let's get it. Alright, for our last battle, what are we going to be seeing here? An Obstagoon. Okay, this is fine. I do believe this is the last battle. We'll let all this go, because we're going to... Galarian Slowbro is going to be taking super effective from that. Scrafty super effective with the counter. But as long as we can get them low enough, then the Scrafty doesn't have to worry about this thing at all. But they're going to be retreating with energy, so we're going to go ahead and bring in the Slowbro and have a little fun and properly showcase it up against the Cresselia here. Well, I mean, it's not proper unless it has Sludge Bomb. Because now we got to keep on hitting the Surf here as it takes a look at its cannon before it fires off that Surf. And we're going to let all this go here, hoping they do not have Future Sight and it's a Moonblast. But surprisingly enough, they're really starting to bring me down pretty low, and that is the result of not having Sludge Bomb and continuously going for Psychic and not doing more damage here. That's my own fault. Should have swapped it. Getting to another Surf, and they're going to be swapping to catch with their Obstagoon here. That's okay, so they're going to be doing a decent amount, or they're going to shield it up. I bring in my Articuno, going for the Icy Wind before they get off a charge move, which is great, because at this point I think we can almost farm them down. It's going to be close. They're going to have to throw if they want to win this matchup here. Perfect. And what we're going to do is bring in our Scrafty, and well, it's going to be all up to Scrafty yet again. We're putting all of our hope in it with 2 shields, and we've got a Talonflame. Oh boy, here we go with this crap. Alright, so we're going to go for the foul play. I would assume they want to let this one go. Great, and I don't think they're going to want to let the next one go, right? So what we're going to do is go for a power punch. We still have the Slowbro. I think we may want to catch here. I was contemplating it, but it turns out I don't have to, because I actually outpaced them. So we're going to shield this up and then get to a Night Slash. Let's go. We got this, and we get there, and we're going to be able to take the win with the Scrafty. There's your Galarian Slowbro team. Better look out for Steel types. Oh, I almost forgot. I thought it was over. I almost lost Never celebrate too early. There you go. Slowbro truly taking the win. There you go. Look out for steel types with this team, but I had a blast. Take care.
The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done.
Hey! So you're finally here! Fantastic!
Touch the gas.